After a jam-packed start of the year for gaming, we had a slow month in April. Perhaps the biggest new AAA game this month is Stellar Blade. This is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. I mean, if Ubisoft can call Skull and Bones a quadruple A game, then Stellar Blade does at least deserve 3 A's. And make no mistake, this game runs and plays like a AAA polished title with 30 hours of enjoyment. It's not just about the TNA. Sure, the TNA in this game are nice, but there's a whole lot to Stellar Blade than just some hot looking characters. I'll give my full review in the video, but first I want to talk about the graphics modes, the FPS. Stellar Blade has 3 graphic modes: performance, balance, and resolution. If I'm being honest, the visual differences between the 3 modes are small. I only noticed a bit of a difference unless I kind of zoomed in 4 times. Performance and balance modes target 60 FPS while resolution mode targets 30 FPS. When I tested the demo, resolution mode was pretty much locked to 30 FPS at almost all times. Performance mode was also locked to 60 FPS for most of that prologue in the demo, and balance mode is where the frame rate issues were. Drops into the mid 50s were fairly common. Now with the final game, resolution mode is really again locked at almost all times to 30 FPS. Performance mode is locked or close to 60 in most of the combat areas like this open field, but there are issues in certain parts of the game where even performance mode gets drops. The main city here seems to be one of these areas. You can clearly see the drops in performance mode here, but in this open field area, performance mode seems to run well without any major issues. Even during this boss fight, it's pretty much close to 60 except for some minor drops. Balance mode saw the drops in the demo, and even in the final game, it seems to be the one with the most FPS drops. I mean, that's of course expected. That's why it's called balance mode. In this open field are where performance mode was pretty much 60 FPS, but balance mode, well, that's getting drops into the 50s fairly often. With that said, I would recommend playing this game in either performance or balance modes. Overall, there aren't any game-breaking bugs or performance issues here. I still don't get why 30 FPS modes even exist for action games like this, other than to showcase the best possible graphics for trailers. The action combat, the gameplay is where Stellar Blade shines. It's impressive and the highlight of this game. The combat's fun. It continues to evolve with some new abilities being introduced from time and time again. Just makes things interesting. The game does have RPG elements, but they're on the lighter side. For those that played the demo was linear, but the full game, well, it does open up to a larger map. Here you have a lot more choices on how you want to progress. There's of course also side quests you'll find in the game's main town as well. But as I said, these RPG elements are light and can feel forced at times. The other dull thing about Stellar Blade is the story, which I honestly found to be not too interesting. The game does force you to watch all the cutscenes throughout your first playthrough, so I was forced to sit through them even though I didn't want to after the first few hours. With all that said, Stellar Blade excels where it matters, and that's the gameplay, the combat. There's a fair bit of enemy variety and boss variety that keeps you on the edge of your seat. I do think the gameplay and the combat alone makes this game worth it, and at least you should try it out. I would give it an 8 out of 10. For the rest of the video, check out some more gameplay with that FPS counter shown.